Hey everyone, Luke here. So I've had a couple new clients recently tell me that they were using some other health modalities, and these other practitioners, whatever they may be, naturopaths, things like that, they actually had them on like 20 to sometimes like 30 supplements. And for me as a mineral balancing practitioner and as a healer, I try to keep it like 10 to 12 supplements max. Really, I try to keep it to 10 or under. That's one thing that's nice about mineral balancing is that we combine a lot of supplements, right? So you think of something like BioFlow Plus, for example, or GB3. Um, this has several things in it, right, that help the digestive system and the liver. And so you don't have to be taking like Ox Bio by itself. You don't have to be taking TUDCA by itself, right? We have it all in one package. Same thing with like a calcium magnesium supplement, something like CalMag Fusion, right? With CalMag Fusion, instead of having to take a calcium supplement and a magnesium supplement, taking multiple forms, it's all in one package, right? And that's the same thing with a lot of the supplements. Um, and it's really hard to expect people to take more than like 10 supplements a day, right? First of all, just keeping track of all of those supplements, storing them all somewhere, um, having to swallow all of them sometimes 3 times a day, that's a lot to ask of someone. So I always try to keep it to under 10. That's why even for like my base sort of recommendations, I don't usually recommend like Nerve Calm, for example, for most people. Some people add in Nerve Calm, especially if they're in fast oxidation, sympathetic dominance. It might be another one I add in there. I might add in taurine for someone who's in four lows. But even when adding these extra optional ones, I still try to keep it under like 12 max. And for most, especially new clients, I always try to keep it under 10 for new clients. It's not saying that you can't take than, you know, more than 10 to 12 supplements, especially if you're someone that's advanced, that's been on the program for a long time, and there's some other supplements that you find use for, like you want to add selenium, for example, or you want to add, whatever it may be, some herb that might be safe or something like that. Some people add pectosol. That's not really a supplement, but some people need that in certain situations. And certain patterns kind of need more supplements than other patterns. But I just wanted to share my thoughts with that, and that you know, once you're over like 10 to 12, you're probably not getting the best bang for your buck. There is a certain threshold where when you're adding more and more supplements, I feel like you're getting to the point of diminishing returns, right? But keep it in the sweet spot. 10 to 12 is what I try to do, and that way people are more likely to take the supplements. They're more likely to stay on the program, and they're more likely to do it and not feel overwhelmed, especially in the beginning. I hope that helps you guys out. All right, bye.